we went out, and then the dust the dust on the road is blowing up, and then electric wires, the poles just rambling, and it was really scary. It's really scary.
Welcome to the AsiaLink podcast. I'm your host, Jim Gourlay. AsiaLink exists to share the gospel of Christ with the unreached of Asia. We do this by supporting, training and encouraging Asian believers to share the gospel within their own cultures. This is episode 24. In this episode, I talk to our partner as he recalls the moment when 10 years ago, the big earthquake shook Nepal. I just wanted to have a little bit about the 10th anniversary of the earthquake. What were your memories from 10 years ago today? What was it, the 25th of April, about 11 in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were in a church service in Nepal, singing and just about to be done with the worship section. So, and then it started to shake, and Bimu was sitting on a small tool. She knew the first. So she says, "There's this earthquake," and then we just went out, and then it was really bad. So we're on the main street in Jaulakel where our bookstore was. We're having fellowship there, and we went out, and then the dust on the road is blowing up, and then electric wires, the poles just rambling, and it was really scary. It's really scary. I took my family just below the wire, just in case the pole cracked and fell down, it would fall on the other side.
Yeah.
So we're just standing just below the high tension wires. The day before, we're preaching the gospel in the same place. There's a road festival, and we gave out a lot of tracts the former day, and next day it was unbelievable. It was very, very big one. The worst thing, one bad thing is that one of our neighbor, she didn't let us in. They have a big yard. She didn't let us in and stay safely in their yard. It's very wicked people. And we walked a little bit away, and then another neighbor, we never knew them, but they let us in, and then we sat. It was just moving like that. Whole ground was moving for a long time, very long time. It was really scary.
So I guess all you can do is pray at that time.
Yeah, just pray. We were near the Jew, and one man just made a rumor. The wall of the apartment for the tiger was broken, and tiger was loose, so everybody was running out. It's very wicked people.
Amazing how the people who start rumors, aren't they?
Yeah, right in few minutes after that, people were crazy.
I guess that's the immediate bit, and then it would have taken some time to find out really how big this was for the country.
Yes, it took a long time. But after that we walked home, and then we're talking on the road on the way. Like we have shelves with full of glass jars. And then we're talking. I told Bimu maybe our glasses were damaged, and she said the Lord had helped us. No, and to our surprise, not even a glass was broken in our house. Not any of it fell off the cells. It was a miracle. And then right away I started to, with all my family, we tried to help people. So I drove my car, and there was a foreign lady. She had to catch a flight, and she was on the road. There was nothing, no taxi, no vehicle. So we picked her up, and then we dropped at the airport. And after an hour or so, we started to help right away. And after that, for 6 weeks, we were out. We stayed in the tent. I had a tent, so we all slept in the tent for over a week outside home.
Yeah, because there was aftershocks, weren't there, a week or two later?
Yeah. No, right after that, every day there was aftershock. People were so afraid. Everybody was sleeping on the big highway in Kathmandu. The ring road, we have a ring road. And everybody was there whole day. People are out and sleeping. They put up a tent, and I have my own tent, a small tent with all these nets, and we sleep. We have sleeping bags. We were ready. We knew it. So I had collected some gears for that. Because
Yeah.
in Nepal, every 70 to 100 years, there is always huge earthquakes, always from the history. So we were ready, and it had been 80 years since the biggest one in the history. So we knew it, we were ready, but we didn't know when. So we had some gears ready.
You don't know when it's going to happen, but you've got to be ready. That sounds like a parable.
Yes, that's
It's the,
right.
the parable of the Nepalese people being ready for the earthquake. The return of the Lord comes at a like an earthquake in Nepal comes at a time that you may not know, but be ready, be prepared. Yeah. How did you minister to people in after that time of the earthquake, and how did you see God using tragedy for His kingdom purposes?
That was a good time. We had a good time of helping people with the much needed resources, food, tarps, and clothings, blankets. We were out for 6 weeks, going to different villages, different areas, wherever we knew people were asking for help. We went out with our vehicles. We hired the trucks with rice, lintel, and cooking wells, and it's the ready-made food. Like we have beaten rice. People could eat raw when they're hungry. They didn't have to cook. So we were busy for 6 weeks, and the Lord provided all the money needed for all these relief materials. And everywhere we go, we the Lord allowed us to preach the gospel first, and then we gave out everything for free. There's so many memories of people were thanking us and for the resources we gave out, because in many places the main leaders and the strong people, like the local dons, the bad people, they all captured every resources everybody got. So in many villages we had to take the back road to to bypass them and then go to the real people in real need. So I remember one lady ran for 45 minutes from the uphill down while she saw us giving out the tarps she needed badly, that she had come down, and she was so thankful. But everywhere we go, we went. We preached the gospel first, openly, gave out the literature, uh, shared the God's love, and then also God's love in action in many places. Just so big opportunity to preach the gospel, not hiding, but in front of all the people. There were so many cases people hide the Bibles inside the rice sacks and gave out, not preaching but indirectly, and people got angry. There's so many cases. Some missions did that, and then the villagers threw away the rice in the rice sacks in the river, into the river. They didn't like it. But everywhere we went, we preached first. We said, "Why did we come? We came because God loved us, and we are here with the gift, with the love of the people whom, even though you haven't met them, but they send their love to you and they send this gift." So that way, it was open door, very big open door after that.
We see that so often, don't we? Whether it's earthquake and wars and other tragedies, that they do open up opportunities for the gospel. But your experience there in Nepal is that better to be absolutely open about who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing, proclaim
Yeah,
Christ. And so
yeah,
when we give that help, it's in Christ's name very explicitly.
Yeah.
And that's up to them whether they want to take it, isn't it?
And then I believe that opened the door for a long time in Nepal because of the love in action Christians showed towards their villagers and people.
Do you think 10 years on, Nepal has changed because of the earthquake?
Nepal, it changed in many ways. They have now new construction strategy, rules and regulations in every place. Earthquake-proof houses, even small and big houses, they have very strict rule. Even now, they have more tighter rule. They give you permission in two levels when you apply for the local government. Under the ground, one level, and if you complete the foundation well, then only you get the permission to build up. So it's very strict rules. But in another way, since they knew Christians preached Christian help a lot, the government had said a one-way relief. So if you want to help, then you have to give your all the money to the government bank account. You are not allowed to give out on your own and things like that. But we do it according with the help of the local pastors and leaders and local government people. We directly contact the local people in need, because otherwise, if you go through the government, they never get it. It would take so long, or the money will be gone in somewhere else. So we don't want to do that. So there's many ways the local government people, we just contact them directly.
Yeah.
And they ask for it. So that's a good part.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about with AsiaLink is that, our giving goes directly to partners like you. It's not going through the government. It's not going through some other hands and they're taking off a little bit or rediverting it. It's going to the partners who and you know the situation and you know where that's needed. And so that's really, really vital, isn't it? And very realistic about the world as it is and the human nature as it is.
Yeah, it's true. So Nepal has changed a lot after that. There was one earthquake 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, big one in the western part where we go often for ministry. That was really bad too, because they didn't have strong houses on the mountains.
So it goes on, but God's people respond. So yeah, thanks for that, Vishnu. That's really good. Thanks, brother, for your time. Bless you and your family. Lovely to see you. It'd be lovely to sit with you around the kitchen table again.
Please come over.
Yeah, love to. And likewise, you'd be very welcome at mine again. So thank you for listening to the AsiaLink podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share with friends. If you like this podcast, please leave us a 5-star review and join us again next time.